Hi, Cancerians. Welcome to your reading for the week beginning the 8th of June 2025. Well, the energy around you is of the Queen of Pentacles. This could be talking about you becoming very focused on career and creating something, and that is indicated here in the rest of the spread. But it could also be that you are listening to the advice or having support from an earth sign woman. So that's Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. But it is really about really seizing that power within you to do with your creativity, creating things to do with work and career. And you may have an idea that you're bringing to fruition or something that makes you feel more grounded and more within yourself. So let's have a closer look. So we have here things going quite well for work and you feeling appreciated and loving what you're doing and being into the future, the near future, and in some ways enjoying your interactions with the public if you're within the public sphere, but at other times really needing to spend some time away from the public. Or this can also be that you're restructuring your health in some way. Something that you've done in the past you are no longer doing, and you're building up some sort of health regime. This could be talking really about having more time to yourself or taking more time away from work, because the Five of Pentacles, even though people think it's a negative card, it often comes up when people are on holidays, and it would be talking about a rest. This is family and family gatherings and planning a family gathering of some sort. This is your thoughts and thinking about this. And yes, lots of responsibility around family, but also you are working out ways to clear the decks a little bit. You are being offered some sort of golden opportunity to do with a victory that may have taken some time. Even though swords are about short-term situations, you seem to have some sort of victory here. The Five of Swords, yes, it can be, people see it as negative sometimes and about conflict, but it also represents the ability to overcome challenges and be victorious, because he has all the swords and he's defeated. He's the enemy or the situation. They are talking here about large organisations and institutions giving mixed messages. I mean, if you work within a large organisation, you may be having some sort of issue around policy, but they are saying here that you can be victorious in the long term. And this is working very hard, but that you have the skill and knowledge to deal with this. This is also thinking about the past. Both of these cards are about the past. The Seven of Swords is about thinking of things coming up from the past, maybe thinking about issues to do with the past, but it's about clearing them and moving on. And the way to clear them is to look to the past. The Three of Wands is, yes, looking at the past and seeing what's worked for you and what hasn't, and then bringing in the things that work for you. They're saying you do have this knowledge within yourself, but you need balance to actually access this knowledge and make these decisions. There could be some decision around home coming up, or also to do with study, and you may be spending more time at home or working on your home in some way, beautifying it. So this is the line of karma, so it's past life references, but it's also to do with what you've brought into this life. And the moon, even though it's the card for Pisces, really encompasses Cancer as well. And you are coming to the ending or the final stages to do with a period of intense worry, or you have a lot greater peace coming in. The moon is about your emotions and peace. And this is something that you do, or an opportunity that you have to change the long-term future to do with this. And it could be something that you do that just gives you greater peace of mind. You do have friendships are really important here, and they're talking about friendships that are on the level that you're on, where people come from love, where they're kind and compassionate. And you'll probably be moving away from anyone who is creating conflict or blowing up. But also looking at that within yourself and how it's better to deal with our emotions as they come up rather than bottling them up and then exploding or them coming out inappropriately. So a lot of this is sort of about self-care, to do with loving yourself. The Lovers is about self-love primarily. However, for those of you who are interested in love, there could be some sort of interesting encounter or attraction coming in, and you have to make a choice around that. And they are asking you, the first thing is this relationship loving? And it's about listening to yourself. The Fool is making a choice based on what feels right, like a child. And so this is children and old people. It's balancing your life to do with children and old people. For those of you who have children or who are looking after elderly parents or something, it's making decisions around them, but it looks like you can work this balance out. So that's good. So the Knight of Pentacles is really about work and career, and there could be an opportunity that you may feel like you can't bring in, but you can. Again, it reflects this Queen of Pentacles. So it's about going into that mode. People think that that Pentacles is about just about monetary possessions or that sort of thing, focus on money and career. But really it's about creating things, bringing things out of nothing into existence, to do with work and career. You do have leadership qualities, and some of you, of course, this is a general reading, so it's not for everyone, but many of you have these leadership qualities that could be rewarded. So this would mean an increase in your income and greater appreciation for what you do. It could, for some of you, mean leaving something, taking your knowledge and building something greater. But this could give you greater peace. It may be that you're moving away from a situation and into calmer waters, and it is a victory for you. Of course, when we're faced with change, sometimes fear comes up. So it's about clearing any old fears, any issues around renewal and transformation, and it's the end of a difficult period. Much greater peace here, and it puts you more on your path. So it may require some honing of your skills in some way, but there seems to be sudden opportunities coming in for you. This, in the line of karma, it's a general, there's no time around it. So this is one thing leading to another with the Ace of Wands. But it's victory on your path. And if you're thinking about new beginnings, don't go into fear and stop them from coming in, because these could be something that is very long term and of great benefit to you. It is about ordering your life or organizing things in some way so that you can bring this in. And I always think it's really important to have order in your life, have everything, so you're not rummaging around drawers looking for things, or know where everything is in your work environment and your home environment. Yeah, you have so much potential. This is where there's blindfolds in tarot, it is about going within and listening to your inner knowledge and your intuition. And but you also are receiving advice from other people, but listening to it. If it's not for you, it won't settle with you, or you won't feel right, or you won't understand it. It won't make sense to you. I know when I was first learning tarot and on this path, it was quite confusing because people come across with great, authority, or they think they know everything, but you have to listen to yourself, because it might be proven that that's not your path. It's not right for you. And the emotional lesson for you, three of swords is just an emotional lesson, and we all have emotional lessons in our lives. The emotional lesson is to not beat yourself up, to not go into a cycle of low self-confidence and self-esteem. It's about self-love, and this is where you find peace. And we do have to constantly do that when we face challenges. They are saying that your life, the Chariot, is about moving ahead in very positive ways. Again, it is a card of intuition. They're talking here about, this is for those of you who are single and looking for love, someone coming in who is from a past life, who you have known before, and there'll be a connection. And this could be love, but it's falling in love. So we always need to get to know that person before we really commit, because falling in love is an illusion, and it's where we project what we want onto that person. He may be doing that to you as well, he or she. Communication is the key, and really about what you want to do with your life into the future. This is a big question. Justice is a card of what at the end of your life will you regret, and what at the end of your life will you be glad that you've done. And if there's confusion coming up, it's probably not the right time or not the right decision. This isn't really around love. This is around work and career, and any situations that are more longer term as well, I feel. However, there are great victories over the difficulties that you're going through, to do with really seizing the day, taking the challenge, expanding on what you want to do with your career. This could also be that you expand in some international way for some of you. You may, this is modern forms of technology, the Page of Swords, next to the card of the world. So what sort of modern technology connects you to the world? Usually the internet, YouTube, Facebook, social media. Yeah, keeping your passion alive. But this is also over the next few days only. And there's some sort of opportunity that you can't see yet that is coming in, that's like a golden opportunity. But you've needed this time to see things from a different perspective. When it's the right time, things will move ahead very quickly, but don't try and force things to happen. It could be a bit of a slow process in some ways. Some things are quick, but it's like you're needing to put things in place. Well, this is really about love and friendship. Friendship leading to love. Again, like I said, this is the line of karma, so I can't really tell exactly when. But one of the tests that you're going through to do with love is, what is love and what is lust. That's what one of the meanings of the Eight of Wands. And friendship, if you spend time with this person before you jump into anything, that will give you an indication of their true emotional value to you. And so that's possibly why the Hangman's coming up as well, because it's around love and relationships and friendship growing into love. This may have already happened to you in your life, and you may be with this partner who is like your best friend. The death card is endings and new beginnings, and it's where the new beginnings that come in are more, you're being rewarded or you're getting more of what you want, and these are long term. Again, this is to do with you looking to the past, clearing the past, and then thinking about how you're going to bring in the things that you want for the future. And the way forward is to do with you really looking at what will make you peaceful and content and happy. That's what the Empress is really about, being nurtured. These two cards together, the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, always the way I read is about nature and connecting to nature more, and that this gives you greater balance. It is really important to get a little bit of sunshine, to stand barefoot on the earth, to ground yourself in that way, and to not fight wars that don't exist. But also to have boundaries so that you do have the time to do these things that are nurturing for you. Not thinking about too many things at once, bringing one thing in and focusing on that at a time. And over the next several years, because this is talking about 6 or 7 years, something may be growing that brings about much greater financial support, but this could also be saving for property or a home or renovations of some sort too. But the Ace of Pentacles is great success, and it is coming in. It may come in from ways that you're not aware of at this time too. This is the other card of marriage. So you do have the cards of marriage around this person. The Four of Wands traditionally is the card of marriage, but the Hierophant is more about ceremonies and marriage. And so the combination of the two is very much this commitment to do with this person who is very honest and honourable emotionally. They're talking here about you having a lot of energy in the long term. You may feel a little bit stressed out at the moment, but this change to do with your health could bring in, that sort of stability to do with your health too, and you're feeling much better about yourself in that health-wise. And you may be able to take on a lot more because you have this energy. This is the card of the Starseed, and it is coming up in the line of karma, which means that you've brought this knowledge in from a past life to do with coming from a much higher dimension or vibration. So we're asking your guides what their message is for you at this time, your star family. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Well, it's sort of just saying that's what's happening. It's time to integrate all of your spiritual knowledge into your truth and following that path. That one thing will lead to another, and will lead to peace and self-love. These are the Ask and It Is Given cards, which are the Abraham Hicks cards, and they're about manifestation. And we all manifest our reality. So, of course, it's what we put our attention to that is what we create. So let's see what they're saying. All that is benefiting from my existence. No matter what has caused your unique point of view to come about, it has come about. You do exist, you are thinking, you are perceiving, you are asking, and you are being answered. and all that is benefiting from your existence and from your point of view. Well, it is about valuing yourself, and knowing, you have this unique um, way of looking at life, and, we're all different, but also that we can change that over time. Um, these are actually extremely positive for manifestation, because the Ace of Swords is saying you have victory when you focus on what you want to bring into your life. And this could be a new opportunity too, to do with communication that you're thinking about at the moment. These dream song oracles often reflect about nature. Fly with the dreamer. Well, that fits up here, really, doesn't it? It's about what you're dreaming for, what you want to bring in. And the Earth Song Oracle, which are also very earth-oriented. Water. I get this all the time now. So fluidity, shape-shifting, movement. Remember to be fluid and spontaneous. It's about going with the flow and taking the path of least resistance, really, which leads to peace. They're talking specifically about self-love here, but creativity is indicated. And because we have the Queen of Pentacles coming up, it is about creating something, something that gives you joy in your life. So looks like it's going to be a good week, Cancer. Have a lovely time, and I'll see you next week. God bless.